I'm in Valbonne trying to sell copies of my new book, Dial M for Merde, which, as the title suggests, Englishman Paul West travels along the south coast of France to my favourite places in the south coast of France. He thinks he's being a bit of a James Bond, but in fact you find out that he's being used as a James Bond girl by this beautiful Englishwoman called M, hence the title again, Dial M for Merde. He calls up a woman called M, who he's met, and she gets him in the Merde. Dial M for Merde is the fourth book in the series. It's the same hero, but the hero, Paul West, I've been in France for 15 years, so there's lots I know about France. Unfortunately for him, he's still only been in Paris, in France, for about 2 years, so there are lots of things he does not know at all. So he's starting to speak better French now, so he can understand the words, he just doesn't understand why the French people are saying them all the time. In Dial M for Merde, Paul, the hero, he gets into all this spy trouble, but he also has to do the catering for a big French wedding for a very haute bourgeoisie family with a de in front of their name. And it amused me a lot because the French say that we, the Brits, are very class conscious, but in fact the French, I find, are even worse. I mean, if you've got a family with de in front of the name, there are all these rules about when you have to say the de and when you don't. And if you get them wrong, it just shows that you do not belong. You know, and so Paul has these things where he says to one of them, he asks one of them, the grandmother of the family, whether he can call her by her family pet name, whether he can call her, the grand-mère, and she says, no, you can call me madame, very posh. So he gets into all this kind of merde as well, the sort of French class-conscious merde. The books have been translated into lots of languages, more than 20, I think. They work really well in Germany, in France, in Poland, in the Czech Republic, in Russia. And also I have this kind of journalistic training, so I like finding out the truth about things and exposing the truth, and which is very unlike the French, because the French love to keep everything secret. So I spend a lot of time rooting about exposing these truths and what I think they're true. And flatteringly for me, the French think they're true as well, because the books have lots of French readers, and what the Parisians always say to me is, yeah, they're exactly like that, meaning every Parisian except moi is like that. So I have the opposite problem, which is I don't have enough time to get everything down on paper. I know what I want to write. I've got 2 more books that I know what I want to write, and I'm just getting there. I'm still a Brit when there are rugby matches and football matches. I'm French when it comes to everything to do with food and drink, apart from English beer and baked beans. And apart from that, the reason why I write books, I think, is because I've always travelled around a lot, and I sort of feel at home everywhere and nowhere. So I can settle into a place really quickly, but at the same time, I'm always an outsider, which is, I think, why you write books, is because you feel outside. There's some, you have your own particular view of a place.